Yo, 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 welcome to the Killjoy Jake YouTube channel. How we doing on this Monday, ladies and gents? What's up? There's a lot of fun stuff to talk about. We're finally getting into October, which I don't know about you guys, but that's the most fun time of the year for old Jake. We got everything coming up. If it's Gary Dauberman's Salem's Lot, which is this week, VHS Beyond, I was going to say 99. I've been talking about the VHS movies all day. Been working on a big review for Beyond, so your boy's been crazy busy talking about those. But we got Beyond this week. We got Terrifier 3 next week, baby. I still got to see the new Alexander Aja. There's a J in there. It just fucks me up every time. I don't know what's up. But so much stuff is going on in the world of horror. Jake is excited, and it's October, it's spooky season. We're gonna get some more horror movies to talk about, I'm sure. But yeah, I don't know, I'm just really excited. Life is good. How are we feeling though? Throw out whatever horror news, update, movie thing you want to talk about in the chat, and we will get to it, my friends. But anyways, Easty VR has just become a new YouTube member. I really do appreciate that, Easty. Saying, I love that I'm a permanent member. Now I don't have to rely on gifts. Well, thank you, Easty. We appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here, my friend. Thank you for being a member of the page. Thanks for supporting us here. And yeah, hopefully you like the content being a member. I hope I'm doing a good job there. We just had a brand new video come out for our members on Hell House LLC. Talked a little bit about this one in a brand new exclusive for Patreon members and channel members. So go give it a watch. It's a good one. That weekly series has been a lot of fun to do. So I hope you guys are digging it. We got two new ones coming out at the top of this next month here on Terrifier and Terrifier 2, just in time for Terrifier 3. I think it's perfect. So I hope you guys are digging all that. I'm really excited to get into these next two. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got Villain Kill and Dylan hanging out with us. What's up, VKD? Yeah! What's up, dog? I see you're excited to talk a little horror. That makes me happy. Did I get the Terrifier 3 popcorn bucket? That's a maybe. I can't really dive into why, but maybe. It's a very fun and strange situation with that. Marley Kai 2000 is saying, currently watching 2 streams at once. Well, I appreciate being at least one of those. So thank you, my friend. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Yes, and Erica is throwing out a big old nasty reminder. Erica, I appreciate you for being here, by the way. Saying, anyone who posts spoilers will be immediately kicked. Yes, if you post anything, you're done. You're done for. And if I block you on one account and you make other I'm not gonna say that. If I've blocked you already and you continue to make new accounts, I will continue to block you and it will just interrupt the stream. So if you're a problem, you're gone, you buddy. If you're a problem, you're gone. But anyways, listen to Erica. Arthur Claus is hanging out with us tonight saying, my dumb ass thought it was Saturday. Hey, I wish. Dog, I wish it was Saturday. That'd be nice, Arthur Claus. But hey, the good news is we're less than 2 weeks away from Terrifier 3, and that's very exciting. So at least there's that. By Saturday, it'll be less than a fucking week, baby. Things are exciting. Oh. Poop Lady is hanging out with us as well tonight. What's up, Madison? How you doing? How you doing? The Poop Lady is also a mod. So again, no spoilers, or the poop, or you'll get pooped on by the Poop Man and the Poop Lady. Get wrecked. Antonis is saying, hey Jake, how you doing? What's up, dog? What's up? Welcome in. Appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with us. And I'm so sorry. R.I.P. to Chucky. I know you're a big Chucky fan, my friend. RJ Skarenki is saying, just got a bunch of Scream decorations this past weekend at one of my many trips to Spirit Halloween this season. Very nice. That's so cool. I got to make it back out there. I went like the first day back to Spirit Halloween. And I have not been able to make it back out there, but that's very cool. Very, very dope. I wish I could get some myself. So have fun setting all that up, man. That's always a blast. Less than 2 weeks until Terrifier 3, says Ty Lee. Dude, I'm so excited, man. Whew, I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. It is going to be a very fun time here. And just in like, what is it? Fucking 4 plus 7? What even is that? 11? I don't know. Fake news. Math isn't real. It's not real. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, Danielle Hims is saying hi. Hello, my friend. Hello, Deadpool with Winnie the Pooh in a Ferrari, I think. What's going on? What a situation that is. My God. Jake's Army is saying October, baby. It's tomorrow. Tomorrow. I think now's like the best day for spooky season too, because it's not quite October, but it's like it's right there. You know, the weather is perfect outside. It is a crisp like 60 something degrees here in October in Ohio. I mean, and I am so happy about that. I can't stress it enough. But Jake's Army, I am. It's just perfect. It's perfect right now. Fall feeling weather. I can put on a hoodie comfortably without being like too sweaty. It's great. I'm always a little sweaty. But I'm just the right amount of sweat, I think, right now, which makes me very happy. Joshua Owens, love the cat profile picture, my friend. Ho, 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 Merry Artemis. Hell yeah, dog. It's right around the corner. We're getting to it. I can't wait. Whew. Noah Atkinson, thanks for being a member. Saying, what's up, Jake? Looking forward to seeing Joker 2, Venom 3, Gladiator 2, and the last movie I saw was Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice, pretty good film. Pretty good. Go see The Substance. It's the best movie of the year, fun fact. Darth Kermit 723 is saying, hello, everyone. Hello, Darth Kermit. How you doing? Welcome in, dog. Appreciate you. Magnificent Logo, which does not feature a profile picture or a logo, might I add, is saying, hi, Jake. I'm just messing with you, dog. What's up? How you doing? Welcome in. Thanks for hanging out with us. Rudawaya. I think that's how you pronounce that. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But thank you for being a member, my friend. I love the creepy profile picture. I don't know what it is, but it looks creepy and I like it. Hi, Jake. 11 more days left for me before the best horror movie comes out. And you're screaming it. You're so excited. That makes me excited. Hell yeah, dog. Very nice. I can't wait. Yeah, this Terrifier 3, I think, could be the best horror movie of the year. So excited. Rudawaya, thanks for hanging out with us. Thank you for being a member, my friend. I'm sure we're gonna get into some more Terrifier 3 stuff soon. Just like this, Terrifier 3 just got a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes from test screenings. That means 92% of critics recommend this one, which is very exciting. Ooh. Yeah, that has me pumped. I saw that, and I was thinking about going through some of the reviews. I already kind of did a video where, like, I went through Terrifier reviews, though, and, like, I talked about them. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to hit that, you know, do the exact same video again. Don't want to waste y'all's time. But it does have me excited. Let me tell you. A lot of the reviews, too, on Rotten Tomatoes were just kind of the same ones I already covered. So I'm just like, okay. Go watch that video if you want to hear me react to some of the reviews and shit. So it was cool stuff, though. Not going to lie. Very exciting stuff. Who else is hanging out with us tonight? Who else we got new out there? Michael Sokol. Sokol? Is that? I'm not very good at pronouncing things, but I always try. I think that there's an effort there, and that's what matters. Saying Terrifier 1 versus Terrifier 2. I gotta hand it to Terrifier 2 all day. I like Terrifier 1. It's really grown on me. And I think the first time I saw Terrifier 1, I really liked it. But I think nowadays I'm much more like, I don't know, you see Terrifier 2 and I just feel like it ups it in every angle. Like it's a much better story, even crazier kills. The clown is even goofier than before, which I enjoy. So I don't know, Terrifier 2, it's just the first one, but even better in every regard. And I hope I'm saying the same thing about Terrifier 3 here in less than 2 weeks. Any news about Scream 7? Dude, nothing, man. I wish, I really wish there was something. We got an interview from Courtney Cox, who said that technically she is not signed on for Scream 7 yet, but like she's going to be in Scream 7. You know what I mean? It's kind of one of those situations. I think whatever the hell is going on with the studio or just the production team, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Something's going on that's been delaying production. They still haven't announced any cast members, nothing. We have not gotten any big news that's like worthy of a report from Scream 7 in a very long time. Like literally since March was like the last time we had a big update. So when something big does happen, I'm ready to go, ready to talk about it, ready to post about it. But nothing has been really substantial, and nothing has been really like worth my time to make a whole video about. Besides some rumors that I thought were interesting. So that's about it. Sinister 5.0, what's up, my friend? How are you? Welcome in. Appreciate you. A little scary movie reference with a Terrifier mask in your profile picture. You're versatile, my friend. You're all over the place. Love it. Good stuff there. Ella is saying, what is, what it does, what it isn't. You just covered all the bases there, Ella. I love it. Welcome in, my friend. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Appreciate you. Splattercast is saying, there's my beautiful boy, and there's my beautiful boys. How you guys doing? Splattercast rocks for so many reasons that I can't even say here on YouTube. Go subscribe to their channel. They're just a pair of wonderful guys. Go give them a kiss on the cheeks. And you know what cheeks I'm talking about. Anyways, Remember that any Terrifier spoilers will get you kicked. This is true. Good reminder there, Erica. Darth Kermit is saying Nosferatu looks epic. That's how you do a trailer. Don't show the monster. I 100% agree. I didn't give me a lot to talk about in today's video covering it. But I did get to go back and kind of cover some of the big bases with Nosferatu, why this is a very big release for 2024. Not only does it look great from the, from a lot of the different trailers and advertisements and stuff, and it's got a stacked cast, but like this has been in development for a very long time. Now, this is a very rare issue where it's not like it was like in development hell or something. It's just kind of been like delayed because Robert Eggers didn't want to make this his second feature, so he went out and made 2 more movies. Now here we go, Nosferatu. It's up and at 'em. We're making this thing happen. I think that's awesome. So it's finally coming. It's been very long awaited. I think since like 2015, this thing has been in the works. And we're finally getting it now this year, which is very exciting. I can't wait. It's been like in this production limbo, not production hell. That's how I tried to describe it in today's video. But yeah, I'm very excited. Lots of work went into this one, maybe even more than Eggers' last 2 features. So I'm very, very, very excited for it. I definitely see it being one of the best of the year. I can definitely see some people saying it is the best of the year, which is exciting. Timothy Meads is with us tonight saying, what's up, Jake? How's your day going? Nosferatu looks good. Haven't seen The Lighthouse. Need to watch Art's Reign of Terror is almost here. Hell yeah, dog. Dude, watch The Lighthouse. Oh my God. If you haven't seen the rest of Robert Eggers' filmography, definitely get through that before Nosferatu. You got some time. You got like 2 months. So that's your homework, Timothy. Watch The Lighthouse, watch The Witch, and watch the Northman especially, because that one's crazy underrated. ASMR Nocturnal's with us saying, quick note, there's another indie horror on YouTube called Dirty Jersey. Basically, it's Evil Dead meets Friday the 13th. I'm glad you brought this up, more YouTube stuff, because I'm really thinking about I have the second page that's monetized. I'm not doing shit with it right now, and I need to do something with it. So something I've been thinking about doing is there's so much good like horror stuff here on YouTube. I see these horror shorts pop up all the time. I click on them and I'm blown away almost every fucking time. So I'm thinking about like just doing a whole channel where I just like react to these other like YouTube videos out there. Like I probably, just in the last month, I have probably seen 10 short films on this platform alone that I feel could be turned into a full feature film. So I'm dedicating a whole channel to that very soon here with the second page that if you guys have been here for a while, I've just been doing a bunch of different stuff on there trying to see what works. And finally, I think I've settled on that very soon here. So that's kind of why I've been doing the trailer reactions lately, to see like how people feel about those. Think about just doing all the reaction stuff over on a separate page. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know. I would love to start doing that on a separate page. It would not take any time out of my schedule at all. It would be a very fun little low effort series to do over there. So I'm kind of thinking about doing it. Why not? I really love a lot of the crazy shit that pops up here on YouTube. So I would love to get into some of that, shed a light on some of the more underground horror shorts that we have here that I think are really good and could be full features. So big thing I've been thinking about doing. Dub EXP is saying those who spoil get sent to Arts. This is true. Arthur, you will have to sit in a room with Arthur Claus for 5 minutes, and he hasn't killed anybody in a while. I'm just saying. No, I'm kidding. Joking. Mark the Maz is saying, Jake, what's up, fucker? How you doing, dog? How you doing, Mark? What's up, fucker? Welcome in, dog. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. Spoiler is a trigger word. I'm deleting all messages with that word. Yeah, it's just a tough time right now, man. We got a lot of spoilers out there for this movie, and that would suck to have it spoiled for all the people who are very excited for this one who don't want spoilers. Some people don't care, and that's all good. If you don't care about spoilers, go look at them. We don't care, but just don't share it with the rest of us. That's all I ask. Rick Dumb 4 is saying, yo, big dog Jake, love to see you back. Bought my girl and I our tickets for Friday. Very nice. Have fun, my friend. I'm assuming that profile picture is you and your girl. I hope you guys have fun, have a very good time, stay safe, don't actually run into Art the Clown. And I hope you enjoy. Universal Disappointment, thank you for being a member, my friend. Saying, hey, Jake, saw something on TikTok that was very difficult to think about. It seems Art the Clown has ended up on people's hear me out lists. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't really go to the talk all that often. I'm not really hip with the kids. Let's say that. not really hip with the kids and their new social medias. I prefer Vine. That's how fucking old I am. But I do really, I have seen some of these and they are very funny. My girlfriend has shown me some of them, and I'm thinking about doing some kind. I had like a parody idea for something, but no, that is messed up. If I'm being real, I would not want to be anywhere near that dude's balls. I'm gonna be completely real. I can't imagine that guy, shaves regularly. let's just say that. Lord Almighty. Jess, what's up, dog? Thank you so much for the support. Appreciate you. I love your profile picture too. This is very funny. Saying any advice for new Terrifier fans? You know what? I have a good one. I think I have a good one here. Go check out All Hallows Eve. If you haven't seen the first All Hallows Eve, I recommend it. Because I think that Terrifier 3 is about to get into some stuff that All Hallows Eve very briefly touched on. And I think we're going to be expanding that, doing a more polished version of that here in Terrifier 3. So if you want to kind of dig into what I think T3 is going to really be getting into, go back and watch All Hallows Eve. It's an anthology flick that Damien Leone made, compiling a bunch of his old short films, putting them all together into one feature-length film. And it also includes the Terrifier short film, which was kind of like the first instance of Art the Clown. So I highly recommend going back and watching that one if you have not seen it. If you have, and I'm just talking out of my ass here, well, disregard. But that's a big thing I've been talking about on these streams. I'm like, oh my God, some of y'all got to go back and watch that one. I'm telling you, Terrifier 3 is going to expand that a lot. We've already seen some elements of All Hallows Eve in the trailer that I think we're just expanding into something bigger and better. But Jess, great question, my friend. Thank you so much for the 2. Appreciate that. Steak and Shake Cody is with us as well, saying, howdy, Jake and chat. Hope all is well. How was Taco Bell the other night after stream? Delectable. Oh, I got a Crunchwrap Supreme, my absolute favorite. And it was great. It was it was pure bliss after a very long week of work. So it was really nice. I can't say I had the most relaxing weekend. I don't want to get into why. Everything's fine. Everything's good. But we had a bit of a wild weekend. But I am looking forward to hopefully taking a break sometime here soon. But this upcoming weekend, I'm entering into a 48-hour film festival, which I'm really excited for. It's just going to be a full weekend of more chaos, which I think should be relaxing for old Jake, honestly. Controlled and focused chaos, not random out of nowhere chaos, which will be nice. But I'm excited for it. I think it's gonna be fun. By the end of next weekend, we're gonna have a whole nother short film under our belts that we will have made in 48 hours, which is gonna be nuts. So massive shout out to the Bearded Entertainment for hitting me up and kind of roping me into this project. I'm so excited to do it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We just got done cutting a short film, for those who don't know, and you guys might see it up on the channel here sometime soon. Let's just say that. And it's gonna be so much fun. Like, I can't wait. I cannot wait for you guys to see that, and also whatever the hell we create this upcoming weekend. So it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. It's gonna be a crazy couple of weeks here between Terrifier 3, a bunch of new movies. It's great. Scott Royston, thanks for being a member, dog. How are you? Got to go back to work in a few. I'm on break. Just wanted to say hi. Well, hello, Scott. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. I hope work's going easy for you. Not too bad of a day. First day back in the week, that always sucks, but I hope today's not too bad, my friend. Hope it's not too bad. Hope it's not too rough. Is it true Spirit has horror VHS tapes? I think I saw a YouTube short, someone showing off their VHS from Spirit. That would be, dude, I haven't been there, which sucks. I've been there like once this season, and there was like nothing. I was looking for all the Terrifier 2 and 3 stuff that they supposedly had. Nothing at my Spirit Halloween. There's not even one like in my town where I live this year, which sucks. Like we got to drive to get to the one. We always have one here too, and it's just like nothing this year. We got a good 30 minute drive or some shit. It's nuts, but I got to get out there if I can. Science is a bitch sometimes. It sure is. Science and math, that's tough, man. That's a lot of tough stuff there. Doesn't work up in this brain up here, let me tell you. Am I going to go see Megan 2.0? Absolutely. I'm very excited for that one next year. I enjoyed the first one. It's a lot of fun. It's a rare Blumhouse W, which they haven't had too many lately. But in all fairness, Blumhouse is on an upkick right now, man. Speak No Evil remake. I was wrong. I was very wrong about that one. It was awesome. It was awesome. I thought I was going to hate it. I thought I was like, man, this does not need a remake. That original is so good. But Blumhouse did a pretty good job with it. I can't lie, man. It is nowhere near the worst remake I've ever seen in my life. So I'm actually quite proud of Jason Blum and the Blumhouse gang that rarely delivers these days. But man, I got to admit, with Megan and that one, pretty good movies, man. Pretty fun stuff. Deegan, what's up, dog? Local Sonic fan. How you doing? How you doing? Thank you so much for being a member as well. Appreciate you. Saying, hey, Jake, we can now officially say Terrifier 3 releases next week. Yes, let's go, baby. Saying also it has its LA premiere tonight. Ready to see more reactions from people. Dude, yes, that's very exciting. What is it, Beyond Fest that it's premiering at, right? I think I saw Damien tweeting about that earlier. I wish that I had a teleporter in this room and I could just like beam myself over there, Scotty, and then just go check it out. I've been saying it on the channel too. I'm like, would be nice to have a screener for this movie. Would be cool to get my review done early and then I can, promote the shit out of this thing. But nothing. I guess my words have not traveled to the terrifying marketing team, but it would be nice. Let me tell you, it would be nice to see that one early. I just got to see VHS Beyond early, and you guys are not ready for that one. Oh, it's good. I got my review coming out for that one tomorrow, which Keon, I always pronounce this name wrong. I'm so sorry. What's up, fella? How was VHS Beyond? So good. So good. Like, it might be one of the best ones in the whole franchise, and I'm kind of blown away. I really liked VHS 99 and 85, but they did have their weak spots. And I think I even said that in my reviews for both of those when they came out. Like, I really like them. I really like 99 and 85, but they're admittedly a bit of a step down from like 94, VHS 2. Those are much superior films. VHS Beyond, fucking fantastic. I mean, one of the best in the franchise. It is so consistent. The wraparound segment even is very good. I'm blown away. There's not too many 7th installments in horror franchises that I think are better than the original, but man, VHS Beyond, I think it does it. I think it cracks that nut, and that's a tough nut to bust, let me tell you. But Keon, VHS Beyond, it rocked. It was very good. I'm doing a little deep dive into it. I love doing these bigger videos, which has been a blast lately, so make sure to check that out tomorrow. It's gonna be fun. Gonna be a good one. What's my favorite kill out of all the VHS series? Mine is the nerd from the bar when he gets picked up by the siren and killed off screen in the first one. Great choice. Oh man, that's so tough. The Ratma death is great. I love when Ratma spits all that goo into Jeff's face in Storm Drain. That one's a really good one. There's one in I can't say, no spoilers yet, but there's one in VHS Beyond that I really enjoyed. It's a top 3 to say the least. Should I tell you which segments it's in? Or, I don't know. I think that might be spoiler territory, but one of the early segments of VHS Beyond has, actually 2 of the segments in early VHS Beyond has 2 phenomenal kills, man, that I think people are going to see and they're going to be like, wow, that's one of the best. That's one of the best from the whole franchise. That's awesome. So it's great stuff. But that's a great choice though. The nerd from the bar and in the first VHS, that whole segment is an easy top 10 from the whole franchise. Great stuff there. The critic score went up. It was at a 90% coming out on from Fantastic Fest for Terrifier 3. Very nice. Very exciting stuff. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to see this one. I'm over the moon. Over the moon excited. VHS Beyond trailer looks great, says Iron Wolf. It does. It looks very good. I can't wait for you guys to see the movie. Iron Wolf, it's a good one. It's a banger. 2 white raps good, says ass or titties. How about personality, buddy? No, but seriously, come on, man. Chill the fuck out. No, you get no horniness in the chat. You get bonked for that. Anyways, Halloween Town is poppin' puss. We can't get away from the horny comments. As it does every year, blows me away. People actually come to my town. You live in Halloween Town? Like from the movie? That's awesome. Holy crap, I wish I was there. Ty Lee is saying I'd like a Substance spin-off sequel, but with a male model or an old male actor. He pulls a tooth out of his deformed weenie. Oh, that's gross. Dude, if you want more of the Substance, I actually have 2 short films to recommend to you. I don't know if you guys saw my deep dive or not, which, I'm only a little upset if you didn't watch it. Only a little bit. Just mildly upset if you didn't watch that one. So Coralie Fargo, who I'm not pronouncing that last name right, apologies, but I'm not going to do the whole French accent thing. I'm very American, and I'm gonna look like a dumbass if I try to do that. But what I will say is she worked on a short film about 10 years prior to the Substance's release called Reality Plus, which is almost exactly what you're talking about. I recommend it. Go check it out. Reality Plus, put in the search bar. I can't remember which YouTube channel it's on, but go give it a watch. It's awesome. But also, I was doing research for my deep dive for VHS Beyond, which comes out, that video comes out tomorrow. I'm uploading it right now as we speak. And I was doing some research, and one of the directors, Virat Pal, he made this short film called Facelift, which is like, it's an echo of The Substance. Like it is very similar to The Substance, and it came out a couple years ago. Go check it out. It's awesome. It's a really good short film. I recommend it. It's low budget, but I mean, like, for a short film, it's really, really good. I really enjoyed it. But Virat's got some great stuff over on his page as well. He's got that short film and something else, which I have yet to watch. But Facelift, give that one a watch if you like The Substance. That one has the same vibe to it, I think. Very similar setup. Rudawaya is saying my profile is some avatar from a game that someone made into a Toonie doll. Okay, I got you. It's got like there's just a really cool color pattern there. Like it's got like a spookiness about it that I like. Feels very like Tim Burton-y. I like it, man. Scott Royston is saying Scream, I just feel, is a dead franchise from this point forward. It's just lost its spark. The first 3 were the best. You know, I personally like all 6 Scream movies. I mean, some are definitely better than others, is I think, you know, anyone can agree. But I just feel like right now, what the problem is, there's just too much drama. There is too much going on behind the scenes for everyone to get behind the franchise at this point, no matter what they do. So whatever comes next, it's going to be with a big asterisk next to it because of Spyglass and everything that's happened now, which is a bummer. There's like kind of this permanent scar on the franchise moving forward. And just like the VHS franchise, I feel like Scream can kind of go on forever. It has that very lucrative ability about it. Like Scream it offers itself up to a brand new killer, a brand new reinvention with every single movie. That's why I just went on a whole fucking rant about this in my VHS video that comes out tomorrow. I'm like, you can do VHS forever because you have a brand new set of directors every single time. That's fresh blood. That's new people. It's awesome. With Scream, it's the same thing, but with the cast. You can have a brand new cast every single time that brings something new and something fresh to the story. But now, you know, they're trying to just go back to the roots, trying to bring Sidney back, and I think that's great. That's fun. I love Sidney Prescott. Great character. But I think the thing that I love so much about Scream and why I keep coming back is, what is the killer all about? You know, who's this brand new killer that you're going to do something new with? And I feel like the franchise is slowly starting to lose that, which would really bum me out because I think that's one of the best parts. It's finding out who the killer is and what their MO is all about. So I hope that Scream is able to find that in entry number 7, despite everything that's gone on with it lately. That would really that would really breathe some life back into it with the 7th entry, and hopefully we get some fucking news for it too, man. That would be great. Jess has just become a new member as well. Thank you so much. Need a little drink from my gigantic fucking bottle of water there. Jess, I really appreciate you supporting the page. Becoming a member is the best way to do it. You're a Ghostface member as well. Thank you so much. And again, you know, you can check out the Horror Hot Take series. It's a lot of fun. I react to horror movies that Art the Clown patrons suggest to me. Although these upcoming 2 weeks are going to be a bit of an exception to that rule, because I got to cover Terrifiers 1 and 2 on there. I mean, come on, right? I mean, we got Terrifier 3 coming out. So I got to talk a little bit about that. So check out those. There's like a bunch of backlog videos on there. There's probably like 8 or 9 of them now. I started it a couple of months ago. But yeah, no, go give those a watch. They're really fun. But thank you for being a member, my friend. Same to you, Easty VR. So good stuff. Good stuff all around. Steak and Shake is saying, spoiler alert, Art dies because he didn't sub to Killjoy Jake. This is true. This is a spoiler I'm allowing on the page, frankly. So in all fairness, Art the Clown doesn't speak. He doesn't understand how to use technology except for taking selfies, of course. So I give him a pass. Rotting Prince is saying, howdy, Jake. I'm finally getting into the spooky Halloween spirit this year. How about you? You know, I finally am, because the weather is finally right, my friend. It's finally nice outside. It's finally like a good temperature and not 1,000 fucking degrees. So I am absolutely getting into spooky season. It's just about time to put on Trick or Treat and Halloween and vibe out, dog. So I can't wait. I'm glad that you're getting into the season as well. Have so much fun, and thank you for being here. Appreciate you for getting into the spooky season with me. Your room is so awesome. Thank you, Mike S. I appreciate that so much. I worked very hard on this set, so it means a lot. You can see all my crazy shit here, which I got like, I don't talk about this enough, but I have like a Necronomicon back here. That's like a legit Like you can open that up. There's like crazy shit in there. It's really cool. The Bearded Entertainment was hanging out with us earlier. I didn't get a chance to throw their comment up on screen, but they actually made this for me, which if you're like, Jake, that's just a white blob. What's going on there? So that's a 3D printed Art the Clown thing that I have to plug in. It's too bright. Like when I film videos, so I typically don't leave it in for that. But like if I were to plug it in, it looks like a perfect image of Art the Clown from Terrifier 2. It's so cool. Massive shout out to Bearded for that. Like that is one of the coolest things I have on my set. A lot of this stuff is GIFs too. Like this is stuff like made by people who watch the page, which is really cool. There's a painting here that we used to have a fella named Flash Skywalker that hung out in these page, and he made this little painting for me of Ghostface. It's really cool. Keeping that on the set forever. I love it. This is from my new short film, which I'll stop talking about things on my set, but I love this. This is a painting that one of the actresses made for the short film we're working on right now. So if there's any guesses as to what the fuck it's about, there you go. So what the fuck's going on there? You know, you can look right on my right ear for clues all night. There you go. But Mike, thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. Zach O'Lantern is saying, so you might react to that short film that was sent in the chat. I just might. Yeah, any short horror films that you think are really good, let me know, and I'll do that for the second page for sure. Splattercast is even saying this too, saying, put me on that second channel. I would love to react to some horror shorts with you. Dude, anytime. Just let me know. Let's do it. I'm thinking about because early in the morning when I wake up, I like to warm up a little bit before I get into the videos for this page. I'm kind of thinking about just doing that. I'm like, that'll be like my warm up for the day. We'll get into that. It'll be fun doing some reaction videos and shit. But anyways, enough about me. Let's talk a little bit about horror. Faith Doran, what's up, Faith? How you doing? Welcome in. Saying, hey, chat, hope everybody is having a great Monday. Same to you, Faith. I hope you're having a fantastic day, getting into the spooky season a little bit. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for spooking it up with us. Killjoy Spate Superfan with a terrifying profile picture is saying, Jake, what's up, dog? Oh, Jank is saying, Rake. That's not my name, but it rhymes with it. What's up, fella? We got some super chats, so old Jake is going to scroll up ahead. But real quickly, Danielle is saying, hi, Jake. Just wanted to say hi because I got to go to sleep now. See you on replay, Jake. Dude, thank you for hanging out with us for the short second that you did. Thanks for being here. Did I get tickets for Smile 2? I absolutely did. You're goddamn right I did. A few more and then we're getting to these super chats. I just want to say hi to as many people as I can. What's up? And Hansa saying, I am happy for VHS Beyond because a lot of people are giving more than 3 stars. There's been some stinkers in this franchise. We can, no arguments there, but this is a good one. Let me tell you, this is one of the better ones for sure, my friend. Eric is saying, hi, Jake. How are you? Fantastic. How are you, Eric? And I'm excited for Final Destination Bloodlines 2025, ? And do you think the movie is going to be good if they are going to make another Final Destination 7? I'm worried about Final Destination 6. That's what I'm going to say, because the cast is not very strong compared to some of the others from the past. Not that there's anything wrong with having more of an indie, low level, not as popular cast. Nothing wrong with that. But when a franchise goes from having Mary Elizabeth Winstead as its lead down to someone I've never heard of, that usually doesn't bode well, I guess is my point. Like Terrifier 3, for instance, has a slurry of different cameos from big names in the horror genre. Admittedly, B-list actors, but still big names. Clint Howard, Tom Savini, these are big names to me and a lot of the horror fans watching right now. But, if after this, if Terrifier 4 comes out, right, and they don't have any surprise cameos, they have even cast members of people, much more people we don't recognize and stuff, it's a little worrisome, right? It's like we were moving up and up and up with each movie, and now why are we moving down? What's up with that? So it does have me a little worried about the new Final Destination, which admittedly is on a bit of a comeback here. We haven't seen one since 2011, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know. I'm really on the fence. I really do enjoy the Final Destination franchise. I hope this one is a banger, but I have my doubts so far. And I also remember they were talking about making this one a commentary on the pandemic from 2020, 2021, and it was going to be about first responders. Now it's coming out in 2025, and I don't think it's going to be about that. I feel like there was some script rewrites, which also does not bode well. So not a whole lot of things happening with this one that have me necessarily feeling confident in it, but it could be good. That doesn't mean it's bad. There's just some things about it that I've seen happen to other movies that turned out to be not so great that I see happening with this one too. So I hope it's good though. I'm really rooting for it. We haven't even seen a trailer yet, so it's kind of tough for me to say. It's really just predictions at this point. But once we see that trailer, I think we're going to know, right? We're going to have a feeling of the overall vibe of the film. So hopefully we get something, soon, if I'm being real, to know a little bit more about this one. But I'm excited for it. Antonius, thank you for the $10, and thank you so much for supporting the page. Really do appreciate you. Saying, is it safe to say that The Strangers Chapter 2 is most likely not coming out this year? If it is not, I want to replace it with another 2024 horror movie that I can watch. Let me know. Oh, dog, I got you. I got you on this one. So, first off, I would say no. I would say absolutely not. It is not coming out this year for a couple of reasons. So they had to reshoot some stuff because I'm not going to get into it, but it's a little embarrassing, but they spoiled one of their big twists for like the whole thing over on social media. So they had to redo a lot of it, and they had to reshoot some stuff for, I think, chapters 2 and chapter 3, if I'm not mistaken. So no, it's likely not coming out this year. And because of the poor reception from the first one, we probably won't see chapter 2 in a theater. It'll likely go straight to streaming somewhere, probably Peacock, because I believe that those are Universal movies off the top of my head. So yeah, I don't know. It's not looking good for Strangers Chapter 2 or 3, considering all of that. This is, and especially knowing the quality of chapter 1, I can't imagine it gets much better in chapters 2 and 3. But man, I'm hopeful that maybe it gets better, but chapter 1 is easily the worst horror movie I've seen all year, although I am behind on a few new releases. So I have not seen Apartment 7A, which I'm not hearing great things about, but I can't imagine it's worse than chapter 1, which literally just took pretty much every cool scene from the previous 2 Stranger films and just regurgitated them into one big mess of a film. I have no love for it. I have genuinely no love for that film. I cannot believe they just regurgitated everything cool about the last 2 films and did it worse. It just goes to show, man. It just goes to show. It sucks. But likely we'll be getting these films next year on a streaming service because they are pretty much in the can. They're not going to not release them. I mean, they're still IP movies. They still could make some money. Maybe it goes to theaters. But I think most likely it's probably going to hit Peacock around the same time. We'll get like chapter 2 and then chapter 3 like a week later or something. And it'll be a big thing to talk about, I'm sure. Hopefully they're better though. And a 2024 horror movie that you want in place of this. Well, if you want a big slasher, of course, I'm always going to recommend Terrifier 3 because I know we're talking about that one a lot, but if you want slashers, that's the route to go. I will say VHS Beyond coming out this week looks like it's going to be a lot of fun as well. And also we have Salem's Lot, which also looks like it's going to be a blast. I don't know if it's going to be good, but it looks like it's going to be fun. And that's all I'm looking for with the Salem's Lot remake, if I'm being real. I'm just glad it's releasing finally. That's the big thing about that one for me. But I would look out for those. I mean, that's this week, both of those last 2 movies at least, and then Terrifier 3 next week, of course. But we got some big releases here in October. We got some more indie stuff too that I haven't even gotten into. And Splattercast is saying Apartment 7A is just boring, not the dumpster fire that was chapter 1. You know what? I mean, I guess that's better. I guess that's better. That's funny, man. But look out for some of those, Antonius. I will be covering even more horror films as we get deeper into October. Balls deep, one might say. Antonius, thank you for the 10, though. Really do appreciate you a bunch. Patrick, I see you're from Northeast Ohio. Talking about the Autorama Drive-In in North Ridgeville, Ohio is playing Terrifier 3. With the fall weather, that's going to be awesome. Patrick, I might have to join you. This is one of my favorite drive-ins in the area. There are a few, believe it or not, there are a few here in Ohio still. I don't know if you guys still have drive-ins where you're at right now, but we have a few here in Ohio. And this one, your boy has been trying to keep alive for a very long time. Been going there as often as I possibly can every year. But I love this one. I spent a lot of time as a child here. Honestly, I fell in love with movies at this drive-in, which is so cool. So it's really cool that you brought it up. It's right off the highway and everything too. So my fam used to go to it all the time when we were younger. But dude, that would be so cool to see Terrifier 3 there. Oh my God. I might have to get some tickets. I have no idea when I'm going to have time to see it again that weekend, because your boy's probably going to be streaming a lot that weekend. Let me tell you, it's going to be the biggest week of the year for this channel. But oh man, if I could get out there, that would be a blast. That would be such an honor to see that one at the drive-in. So vibey, such a vibe for sure. That'd be awesome, Patrick. Dude, if I don't get to go, have fun for me, Patrick, because that's dope as fuck. Autorama that's the best place ever. So much fun. Great stuff there. Great service, great people too. Great stuff. Patrick, thank you for the 5 though. Really appreciate that. Jackie, I don't know what's going on here. I think you're doing like a Korn song or something. Like you're just breaking into some Jonathan Davis nonsense, and I love it. What's up, dog? How you doing? Welcome in. Alexa is saying, I hate to have you take a long trip back to the States, but we are not scary for the loud and bros all of our lives and amazing things we do are dead. What? What you talking about? I don't know. I'm going to move on, though. Ty is saying I'd make him a bodybuilder or MMA fighter or boxer, and being a man, he's more prone to violence. I would also keep the hyper-realistic, surreal style of The Substance. Oh, I got you. You're talking about your Substance spinoff. Definitely check out Reality Plus, though, man. I can't stress that enough. If you want to see The Substance with a dude, there you go. That's actually kind of that. And it's made by the same person, believe it or not. So... Jake, are you excited for They Follow? I am. I'm very excited for it. It Follows. I love it so much. It's one of my favorite horror movies. I think it's got a great soundtrack. It's got some gorgeous shots, quirky performances, some really interesting characters. A lot is going on there that I could just analyze and talk about all day. But I'm very excited to see what this sequel is all about. Because again, I don't really feel like It Follows ever needed a sequel. So what are they going to do with a sequel coming from the original, director, David Robert Mitchell of the first one? I don't know, but I'm intrigued. I'm glad it's not somebody else doing it, because then I would probably have no interest, but Micah Monroe is back. She's praising the script. Original director's back, and they got to get Disaster Piece to do the score. Or frankly, I'm rioting. I'm going to boycott it if they don't get Disaster Piece back to do the music. That would be a grave mistake on the production's part if they don't do that, because the music is one of the things I love so much about it. I still listen to the soundtrack in the car every now and then when I'm driving around. It is so good. One of my favorite horror movie scores of all time. It is an easy top 10 in my book. So I'm very excited for They Follow. Get Disaster Piece on that shit. I don't believe he's confirmed as of right now. Timothy Meads is saying, I've been thinking for Scream 7, they could confirm that Stu is alive and that he wants revenge on Sidney, and I can't wait to see Smile 2. I like Smile 1, and the only thing I dislike about it is it felt kind of long. Well, I will talk about that last comment there, because we've talked Stu to death, I think, on this page. But I will say, Smile 1, it's not a perfect film, but I do really enjoy it. It's a fun new take on something very familiar that a lot of other films, like It Follows, have already done. But I like that Smile 2 took it in a brand new direction. It's got like a very Sam Raimi flair to it. It's got a sense of humor. It's got it's just really uncomfortable too. It's a really uncomfortable movie that I really enjoyed about it, that I really enjoyed and really vibed with. And I think Smile 2 is just going to take that same concept and elevate it so much to brand new, grander heights. So I really think Smile 2 could be another hit from this year. It's definitely going to make money, I'll tell you that much, because that first Smile, holy shit, knocked it out of the park, dude. How do you get screeners from distributors? I've emailed them hundreds of times and they never respond. I don't want to sound like an asshole. I don't want to sound like an asshole, but I usually front those emails by saying, hey, here's my YouTube channel. And I think they see I have a decent amount of subscribers. It's not a lot, but it's a decent amount, 27,000. And they might be like, oh, hey, this guy gets a review out and talks about it. That's more people who might see it. I would recommend, because I'll tell you what, when I had 2,000 subscribers, I was not getting screeners. I'm getting them now, kind of. So every now and then. Because I have a decent following, but I would build that up first and then email some distributors. You might get some more responses. I don't want to come off as an asshole saying that. I already feel like, ugh, God, what a dick just saying that. But I don't know. That's just in my experience, going from a couple thousand subscribers to 27K. I'm definitely getting a lot more responses from bigger names. That's what I'll say. Fort Misery Gaming is saying, I was not ready for my mind to be blown by The Substance this past weekend. Also, are you going to see Joker? Dude, hell yeah, The Substance, right? Oh my God, so fucking good. Loved it. Whew, great stuff. Yeah, I can't stress enough. Go see The Substance. It's so good. But also, am I going to see Joker? Yeah, I'm not prioritizing it. I'll be honest. But I am going to see Joker at some point in theaters. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. It's a strange one, man. It's very out there. It's a movie that is taking some big swings and it's not working for everybody, but that does have me excited, admittedly. Because it could be good. It could be great. It could be something that works for me, or maybe it doesn't. Because, again, this is a sequel to a movie that, just like They Follow, I don't know if the Joker, the first one from 2019, if it needed a sequel or not. But I'm still going to check this one out. Honestly, the biggest reason I want to see it is for Lady Gaga playing Harley Quinn. That's the biggest draw to it for me, at least. But we'll see what's up. We'll see what's up with it. I'm going to check that one out. I probably won't do a review because, again, this is a very horror-dominated page. But I do want to check it out just for myself, just give it a watch. So... Talia is saying, I met Matthew Lillard again this weekend at FanX in Utah. He was so sweet, but so expensive. That sounds like Matthew Lillard. Yes. Madison and I have been talking about getting like a photo with him, and oh my God, I mean, his prices are up there, dude, but he's so sweet. He's such a nice guy. I still want to, I'll sit through that 2-hour line just to have a quick conversation with him. That's how cool of a dude he is. So I hope you had a great time. And I hope you didn't pay too much. That's what I'll say. But he's a great dude. Salem's Lot was a surprise for me. I don't know. Again, it's a very Conjuring, jump scared, haunted house feeling horror movie is what I can tell from the trailers. But I think I'm going to have a very fun time with it nonetheless. I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed with this one. I'm imagining a lot of the reviews being negative because they're going to compare it to the Tobe Hooper film. That is a lot more of a slow burn. It's going to be a very different feel from that. I think some people are going to be blindsided by that aspect to Gary Dauberman's version, but I'm going into it with that mindset of like, this is going to be a Conjuring film. I'm not expecting Tobe Hooper. And that's okay. Not every remake needs to be exactly the same. I'm just hoping to have some fun with this one. So we'll see what's up. We'll see what they end up doing with it. I hope it's good. I hope it's a fun time. Not expecting it to be better than the original, but maybe it's fun. And again, haunted houses are fun, just like Conjuring movies, man. They're fun. Jump scares and shit. I still have never been to a drive-in theater. That's crazy. Madison, we're going. We're going to Autorama at some point. It is so much fun. It's such a good time. Oh, Bobby Lee says we still have a drive-in in Rhode Island. That's awesome. You're like one of the only people in Rhode Island. One of the 16 people that live there. That's crazy. That must be nice. What's it like living in the smallest state? I'm just curious. Not making fun of you. I'm genuinely curious. Eric is saying, dude, we need a fucking Hills Have Eyes movie 2025 reboot. It's been too long. Just saying, Jake. They should cast Jenna Ortega, Ariana Greenblatt, Michelle Rodriguez, and Lindsay Morgan. Interesting cast. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that at all. I don't know if this is like a hot take or not, but I might be in the group of people that likes the remake better, which is crazy. I know. Wes Craven's early stuff comes off as like 70s edgelord to me, which is very funny. I love Wes Craven movies though. Don't get me wrong. But like that, The Hills Have Eyes and why can't I think of the name of it? The house, the last house on the left. I couldn't think of that one. It comes off as very like we're being edgy and scary and doing something that you can't do. But that was the 70s, right? That was 70s horror. So I get it. It's a product of its time. But I feel like he really found his footing as a horror director in the 80s. I feel like I'm Patrick Bateman right now. I'm just like, you like Wes Craven films? His early stuff was a little too 70s edgelord for me, but in 84 with Nightmare on Elm Street. Really gives this one a big boost. No, but that would be interesting though. I would love another reboot. Something maybe even a little more modern. But I love that remake's pretty good, man. Alexander Aja directed that one, and he's got a new movie in theaters right now too. So I'm into it though. I'm down for a new take on it. If someone's got a good idea, run it and see what happens. Ruthie, what's up, dog? How you doing? Hey, Jake. Hey, Ruthie. How you doing? Welcome in. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Thanks for talking a little horror. Davey Deathray has been a member for 3 months. Holy shit, that's 90 days. Davey, thank you for the support, my friend. You're saying struggling to embrace the spooky season in the 109-degree heat. Oh, God, I feel bad for any of my Arizona friends like Davey right now. Dear God. How am I supposed to enjoy Sleepy Hollow when it's scorching? You can't. You simply can't, my friend. I feel for you, my friend. My heart goes out to you because I would be absolutely like dying if that was the case. I can't do heat. It's just not for me. Not my cup of tea. But Davey, Arizona Davey, I hope you don't get caught in the death ray of the sun. There you go. How about them apples? Made that one work. Thank you for being a member for 3 months. I hope it cools down. I hope that suddenly a blizzard comes into Arizona just for you, and maybe it can get down to 80 degrees there. Josh Petrino's hanging out with us tonight. What's up, fella? How you doing? What's up? What's up? Finally got done with Terrifier 3, I hear, so that's nice. Must be nice to have a little bit of a break. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, Josh. Appreciate you. You're doing the Lord's work over there. You're working on Terrifier 3 and all that, so thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you a bunch. Give him a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Josh is saying, sent you an email, but my Google Drive has been acting funky. Let me know if you received it. I don't think I was actually kind of looking out for that. Did I get something from you? Hang on. let me see, because I don't think I did. No, I did not, my friend. I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, I did not get anything from you, my friend. But yeah, we'll see what's up. Anyways, let's see what else is going on here. The Strangers Chapter 1 is like opening a Christmas present when you're 10, wanting this super cool Hot Wheels set and getting socks. That's painfully accurate, I think. It's painfully accurate because that's exactly my experience with the movie. I went to this one expecting a new Strangers film, and I'm like, okay, it's an Airbnb setting. It's got Madeline Pesh in it. Cool. Let's see what this is all about. And then it's just like an avocado. Thanks. That fucking TikTok. See, I know TikToks. I'm not that old. Okay. I'm still cool. I dab. Ugh. See, there you go. I'm still cool, guys. God. No, but I feel that, Arthur Claus. It's a major bummer. Was not crazy about it. Kill Josh Petrino is also saying, I finally saw Beetlejuice. The movie should just get called Get Fucked Beetlejuice. He does kind of get fucked in that movie, doesn't he? He's having a rough day. Beetlejuice is not having a good time in that one. He's a tortured soul. Dear Lord. I had a fun time with it though. Is it as strong as the original? Not so much, but I had a very good time with it. It was very fun. And that's what matters to me. Hey guys, don't forget to join Jake's gaming channel, GullGotha. Yeah, go check it out. Go subscribe. Your boy is actually getting videos up on there this week. I know, crazy. I'm going to try to start streaming there next week. I know I said it was going to be this week, but we got Terrifier and VHS and stuff going on this week. It's just tough. But I am going to start streaming on there very soon here. I'm actually getting all the streaming stuff set up tomorrow. So all that's going to be ready to go by tomorrow, and I will be hopefully streaming some Dead by Daylight and some other crazy stuff over there too. So I got a new video going up on the page this week. I promise. Swear to God, it's happening. I've been saying that for weeks now, and I'm like, okay, I got to just do it. I got to make it happen. But things have been moving over here on this page, man. It's an exciting time. So, but we will have some new gaming videos this week. It's going to be a ton of fun. Hopefully we can get up to 1,000 subscribers real soon here on that page. Would be really cool. So go subscribe if you can. Would mean a lot. The Hedge is saying, just rewatched Terrifier 2 and it's still as good as I remember. Cannot wait for Terrifier 3. But how many Terrifiers do you think we'll make after Terrifier 3, Jake? Question mark. I really think it's going to be Terrifier 4. That's going to be it. That's genuinely my my prediction as of right now, and that might be enough. That might just be enough Terrifiers to do one, two, three, four. That's it. That's the whole franchise. We've heard from none other than Josh Petrino, who's literally hanging out with us tonight. He's probably sick of me saying his name at this point. That Damien is very protective of the franchise, and probably wouldn't let anybody else touch it with a 6-foot pole. So I would imagine that once Damien's done with it, that's going to be it. That's the prediction that I'm very confident in. But I think there's probably only going to be one more Terrifier. But at the end of the day, if it's making money, maybe they'll make another one after that, right? I mean, if Terrifier 3 makes even more than Terrifier 2, which it will, and Terrifier 4 does the same thing, why would they stop? You know what I mean? So I could see a couple more of these happening, all from Damien's hand, of course. But that's the one thing I'm pretty confident in is like they're going to be directed by Damien. I can't see him passing the torch to really anybody else with how passionate he is about this franchise. So. And Josh also does agree with me on my remake take there, that Hills is way better in remake form. I agree. I don't know. The original's fine. It's okay. It's whatever. I'm glad it exists. It's a horror classic, but I don't know. What is Hills Have Eyes? You know, it's just a really gross concept. It's a really gross concept. I don't know. It's a certain kind of revenge film that I feel like I would get in trouble for just saying out loud here on YouTube. Let's say that. So definitely not for everybody. A lot of those are too far for me personally, but it's, you know, it's a classic. It's a horror classic. So love it or hate it. It affects horror history. Let's say that, right? Hayden, what's up, dog? How's it going? Hayden's coming on the page tomorrow to talk a little bit about horror movies. It's going to be a very good time. I always love having new guests on, so it's going to be a good time. Hayden, thanks for coming on the page. Thanks for reaching out. It's going to be a good time. Can't wait for that tomorrow night. Yeah, so we got a weird week of streaming again. You know, the schedule is always different around here, but tomorrow we'll be live at 7 o'clock, so normal time. But on Friday, we're going to be going live a little earlier than usual, so 4 o'clock Eastern, which is a fucking weird time to stream, I know. But I'm going to try to go a little long, like 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern time, so do that calculation for whatever time zone you happen to live in, whatever your neck of the woods, whatever time period it'll be there. But yeah, we're going live from 4 to 6 on Friday for our last Terrifier countdown, technically, before the movie comes out next Friday. So it's weird, I know, but we're doing this 48-hour film festival, which if you're just joining us, I'll go over that just real quick. I'm entering into a 48-hour film competition this Friday with a few buddies, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's just something to do for fun. I'm not taking it that seriously, if I'm being real, but we're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be sweet, and hopefully we make something good. Maybe we even win this little competition. Who knows? But of course, the goal at the end of the day is just to have fun with this one. It's a sci-fi horror competition, and we'll have something made, and who knows? Maybe it'll come live on the channel here when it's done at some point. But it's going to be fun. It starts at 7 o'clock when I normally stream here on the page, so that's why I can't stream at 7 or really any time around that. I want a little bit of an hour to prepare because it's going to be pure chaos from 7 o'clock Friday night to 7 o'clock Sunday night. So, excuse me. It's going to be nuts. I can't wait. It's going to be fun. Unpaid Movie Critic, love this take, is saying, I've liked the 2 versions of Salem's Lot, but the book for me is the best. I'm hoping this new one changes my mind, but I'm very skeptical of it. Sorry, my brain just decided to take a vacation on the word skeptical, but this is a hot. I wouldn't say this is a hot take. I would agree with this take that the book is the best. It's usually, 9 times out of 10, I think I like the Stephen King books better than the movies. There are a few exceptions that I can think of off the top of my head, like The Shining, for instance, is the most obvious one. But yeah, I mean, I would agree with this one. I think it's just a little more fleshed out. The Tobe Hooper movie, at least, it takes its time in certain places where I'm just like, okay, get to the point. like damn, you're moving at a snail's pace. But when shit finally does hit in that Salem's Lot, it's technically like a mini series, right? It's great. It's awesome. It's got some really big punches, some great cast of characters as well. Tobe Hooper version is great, man. It's good stuff. Gory Tiger, what up, my friend? How you doing? Is that the Crypt Keeper in your profile picture there? I love it. Very good stuff. Creepy stuff. You would think I wouldn't need to go all the way to my damn computer to see what's going on there, but on my screen, those little profile pictures are so tiny. Little itty bitty. Tiny fellas. There we go. Is it Terrifier 3? Almost. It's almost Terrifier 3 time. Rhode Island is the smallest state, but there are still plenty of cities and towns I haven't been to within the state. Ooh, interesting. Rhode Island is a grower, not a shower in that way. Oh, shit. Okay. I'll shut the fuck up, Bobby. You're right. You know more about it than I do. I've never even been to the state, so so there you go. He's a proud Rhode Islander, and I love it. Good stuff. That was a Vine that I was talking about earlier. Well, see, I'm fucking old. I know my Vines. I don't know my TikToks. That's what I'll say. There's a limited number of Vines. TikToks, there's a million of them every fucking day. I can't keep up. Y'all are crazy. I would guess that maybe if it's anything, it's 4 part 1 and part 2 Harry Potter style, that if it's too long. And we know Damien likes to make long things. So Terrifier could be a two-parter. The last one. I'm into that. I think that could be really fun, really cool. Why not? 5 movies total. The last one telling one long story. That could be a lot of fun. I'm down for it. Next Gen is saying, hey, Jake, I assume you saw Chucky got canceled. Do you think another service could pick it up? You know, I've yet to watch. There's this video of the people who ran the show, like Don Mancini and Brad Dourif, all these people at a con just the other day who were talking about the show's cancellation. I actually want to listen to that, and then I could probably give you a better take. But from what I'm hearing, it sounds like Don Mancini is gearing up to do a movie, and not a season 4. Which personally I'm very down for. I enjoyed the parts of the show, but it just really ended up being a mixed bag for me at the end of the day. It had a decent sense of humor, and it expanded the lore a lot, which I really appreciated. But I don't know. I never really ended up caring for a lot of the storylines that they ended up running down. It just felt very CW to me, and that's just not really my cup of tea. I know some people love like that kind of stuff. The teen drama horror and all that. But it's just, I don't know, it's just not really my bag unless it's done really well. Like in Scream. Like Scream is teen drama horror, but done so well that I have to like it. Right? But I don't know, a lot of Chucky, it just did not do it for me with some of the characters. I'm excited to see a new movie. Is where I am mentally, but I know the show had a lot of fans. A lot of people really did enjoy it, and I know that people who were working on Chucky had a great time doing it as well. So I'm glad it had its fans, but I was reading about how viewership was getting lower and lower with every season. I guess less than 300,000 people watched the last episode of season 3, which when you're spending millions of dollars on episodes like that, that's just not enough to really make that worth your while. So I guess that's why it got canceled. I don't know if it would get picked up by another series with that low of numbers, or another network, I should say. But you never know. Maybe a streaming service picks it up. Who knows? But it would be really cool personally if they made another movie. Personally, that's where I'm at. I really want another film. I don't think, honestly, the show has made me reflect on Seed of Chucky a little bit. And I'm kind of at the point where I don't think that any of the movies are bad. Like I even kind of like Seed. I'm not going to lie. Like in comparison to the show, I'm like, Seed of Chucky wasn't that bad. I kind of had some fun with that one. So I really enjoy the movies. I really want another one if we can get there. That would be cool. That would be a cool follow-up to the show, I think. Maybe even throw some of the characters from the show in a new movie, too. Maybe you could do a little more with that when it's a little more focused than just one 90-minute story, opposed to trying to stretch that out across multiple episodes. Grumpy Gorehound, I really appreciate this, saying, just wanted to say kudos and thanking you for inspiring me. I love your channel. Grumpy, thank you so much, my friend. That really does mean a lot. I'm glad. I'm glad that I can inspire you in any which way or shape or form. So thank you for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me on these streams lately, my friend. Really does mean a lot. I love you hanging out with us. So thank you. Thanks for being around, man. Appreciate you a bunch. What is your favorite horror movie? I know I asked you this before. My all-time favorite horror movie is The Fly. It just does it for me. Hits every angle that I want from a good horror film. It's got a great story at its core. It's got some insane body horror, some great practical effects, especially in that third act. It just does it for me. I'm a huge David Cronenberg guy as well, but The Fly is just next level from the rest of his work, in my opinion, personally. There's just something about it that's just really special. I love Scanners, though, too. Scanners might be a top 10 horror flick for me as well. A little slower, it really takes its time. But once you get there, it's crazy. But oh man, that one just does it for me. That's my all-time favorite. It would be really tough to. I've done them in the past, like videos, like my top 10 favorite horror movies. But that changes all the time. That answer, because there's just so many good horror movies, man. It's tough to pick just 10. Coconut Dream, what's up, dog? I love having Coconut Dreams. Saying, love your work, Jake. I'm a relatively new subscriber and a new Terrifier fan as well. Very good stuff there. Love to hear that. Counting down on only 4 more days till the Australian premiere of Terrifier 3. Coconut Dream, take me with you. Get me over to Australia. I'll do whatever I have to. I'll get into a kangaroo sack or something. I'll jump. I'll dolphin dive in there if I have to. Whatever I got to do to become a true Australian. I want to see Terrifier 3 early so bad. Oh my God. No, that's awesome though. I hope you have so much fun at the premiere, my friend. I hope you have a blast with this movie. I'll be seeing it on the 10th. which is a little more than 4 days away, which bums me out if I'm being real. But I hope you have so much fun. I can't wait to talk about this with you guys live, hopefully sometime over the next weekend. Not this one coming up, but the one after that. So soon, my friend. Have so much fun. Thank you for subscribing to the page as well. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with us. And what else is going on? Albany Saratoga Media Collector, I swear to God, this is the first comment I'm seeing of yours. What's up, fella? How you doing? Thanks for being a mod. Thanks for hanging out with us on the page. I'm so sorry. Been trying to respond to as many people as I possibly can. But thanks for hanging out with us tonight, man. Stefano, 27K, bro. Congrats. Thank you so much. We're nearing 27.1 already, which is crazy. I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me that so many people are stopping by the page this month. So very good stuff. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm very thankful for 27K. Hoping for 30K before the end of the year. That's my goal. 30K by year's end. Unpaid Movie Critic is saying, I cannot wait for the Creature of the Black Lagoon remake and the Nosferatu remake. I definitely think those Universal monster movies could be really good remade today. Yeah, we got a lot of them coming up, dude. We got Nosferatu, then we got The Wolfman, which both look really good. And then Creature from the Black Lagoon is coming from James Wan. Like, what the fuck? There's a reason that this poster is right here. I just want you all to know. I would kill to remake this movie, but but obviously James Wan is a little more qualified than my dumbass. So I'm so glad it's finally getting a remake. It's a project I'm very excited for. And once we get some more news on it, like we did today, we found our writer today. I will be making a big, nasty, disgusting, gill covered, I should say, deep dive video on it because I'm very excited for this film. I want to talk about the 3 movies we already have from the Creature franchise and how this new one can kind of take some of those ideas and hopefully modernize them. Because there's some stuff from those sequels that I would love to see come to, just be done better, I guess is my point. Would love to talk about that in a full video at some point in the future. But I'm very excited for that one, as well as the other 2 I just mentioned as well. So a lot of good stuff coming from Universal Monster remakes here in the 2020s, so I can't wait for it. A lot of exciting stuff. Universal Disappointment is saying, really, really hoping Chucky gets picked up by another network, or at least Peacock or something. Imagine season 4 opening with Chucky killing a fictional version of the executives who canceled his show. Well, that would really fall in line with the nonsensical ridiculousness of the show, wouldn't it? but maybe Peacock continues on with it. Maybe it's no longer a USA and Sci-Fi property, but like a Peacock original or something. It would still be better than a lot of the Peacock originals than I've seen. I'll tell you that much. So you never know, man. You never know. That could be a big hit for them. Erica, thank you so much for the 5 Killjoy Jake memberships. Appreciate that a bunch. Who got those? That went to Ella, Fort Misery Gaming, Splattercast, Dialing Space, and JD636. Thank you guys for being part of the fold. Erica, thank you for gifting those memberships. And make sure, again, I always bring it up, but I'm very proud of this series because it's a really fun one. And it's also my own. It's my own original series, which makes me so happy. I'm glad I finally have something like that. We have a new Horror Hot Takes episode this past week on Hell House LLC. It is easily the most requested film for Horror Hot Takes thus far. A lot of people have wanted me to do Hell House, and I finally got around to it last week. So make sure to go check it out. It's a really good episode. Definitely in the top 10, even though I don't think there's 10 episodes yet, but don't worry about it. They're technically all in the top 10, but it's fine. Totally fine. But give it a watch. It's very fun. There's a lot of movies we've already covered on the Horror Hot Takes series that Patreon members and channel members can exclusively watch right now. So go give it a watch. And we also got Terrifiers 1 and 2 coming up on that for the next couple of weeks as well. So I'm filming that literally tomorrow. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure to check it out. It's going to be a good one. What else do we got going on? Scanners is good. I saw it on Tubi and saw Edward Furlong is in it. Dude, yeah. It's one of the best David Cronenberg films, in my opinion. Great stuff. I highly recommend it. There are also a bunch of crazy sequels. I have not seen those, but I know they get absolutely ridiculous. That honestly, that's another thing I would love to do a deep dive into, the Scanners franchise that probably shouldn't be, but I would love to deep dive into some of those because that first one's great and it really is a great concept. I see why they wanted to make more of them. But they get so far into like, there's like a Scanners 2 and 3, I believe. And then there's like 2 movies that are like Scanner Cops or something. I have not seen these. I'm not an expert on the Scanners franchise. I've only seen the first one, but I remember reading that like it gets so far off the rails by the time you get like to the 90s with some of these movies. I'm like, I have to see this. This is crazy. Madison, if you're watching, yes. Yeah, you can do that. I'm not. Yeah, I don't know what's up. All right, but anyways. Holy shit, 27K congrats. Thank you so much, Grumpy Gorehound. Really do appreciate that. Thank you for the support. Appreciate you a bunch. Did you know that Fortnite is adding Jigsaw to Fortnite? Like the puppet, like little Billy the puppet in Fortnite? Is this for real? Am I gonna look this up again and then be totally duped? Billy the puppet Fortnite, or is it gonna be like actually Jigsaw? That it's okay. So it's Amanda in the pig mask. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. That's dope. I was gonna say if it's like Jigsaw running around in Fortnite, that's wild. Oh wait, maybe it is. Oh my God, it's John Kramer with his little secret blade and the hood. Dude, what? That's ridiculous, man. Is that for real? I don't know if that's real or not, but that's wild. I see a Reddit post about it, but I don't trust Reddit. They scare me over there a little bit. But that dude, that is so funny. I might have to get that. I currently main Michael Myers, so if you get killed by a Michael Myers, could be me. Just saying. Or maybe you'll probably take me down more likely because I'm not very good. But but it's fun stuff. Can I give early access to videos for members? Now that I'm doing more so like like video essays. Yes, I could figure something out like that. Let me make sure this new format works out though, because I'm always switching up the format, making sure it works and shit. Let me make sure all that works, and then I'll do an update for that. I want to make the member program even cooler than I possibly can. So constantly building upon it. So if I can do early releases, hell yeah, dog, I got you. It's a great suggestion. Did you see Never Let Go? It's a mixed bag, I believe you're saying, Perry. I need to see it. It's one that I'm definitely going to watch this week. I might end up doing some kind of video on it if I have some time, but this week I'm going to just be straight up with you. It's going to be very VHS focused. I got a big VHS video coming out tomorrow, big old deep dive. And then I really want to do a video, if possible, on ranking all of the VHS segments for Friday, alongside maybe a bit of a VHS spoiler review at the same time. So definitely give that one a watch later on, and I will try to get to this one if I possibly can. I want to, like, maybe this weekend I could talk a little bit about Never Let Go. That's kind of what I'm thinking, because I'm doing my Terrifier video tomorrow, and then Wednesday I was going to try to have something up on the page, but I wasn't sure what quite yet. So I will definitely try to get to that. I really do want to cover this one. I'm a big Alexander Aja guy. I really like a lot of his movies, so would love to cover that if possible. Michael is saying, just came across this channel last week, still gauging if our tastes and opinions are similar enough to be useful. I'd like to hear your take on Oddity. I personally gave it a 4.5 out of 10, fizzled out bad. Michael, just to comment on that real quick, I personally love watching pages where I don't agree with their takes. I like hearing different takes about movies, especially like ones I disagree with, just to see different perspectives. That's just my weird take, though. I personally like watching movies, like movie videos from people who I don't agree with, just to see a different side of things. Sometimes I learn shit from that too. It's really cool to hear a different perspective on things. But Oddity, I personally really enjoyed. It scared the fuck out of me. I'll admit, it does have its problems. I wouldn't call it a perfect horror movie by any means. I wasn't really crazy about how some of the movie flowed. Like, it's very all over the place. It's got like a little bit of a wonkiness to it. But I found it to be really terrifying. It was a bit of a slow burn, and I was really scared by this one, which a lot of horror movies that promised to be scary this year didn't end up really doing it for me. But Oddity, I was terrified by it, especially in that last act. But plot was not perfect, I will say that. I pretty much have the same things to say about this director's first film, Caveat, which I can't remember the dude's name for the life of me. But my honest to God take on both, I have a very similar take on both films. They both scared the fuck out of me, Damian McCarthy. I do really like this director though. I'm intrigued by whatever he ends up doing next. Damian McCarthy films are typically very slow burns that have a really scary ending, but I do really like, I guess if there's any criticism I have about the flow of his movies is they get a little quirky here and there, and I don't know if it all flows perfectly for me. So that was kind of my one big criticism of Oddity. I wish I would have done a big video on that one because I really did enjoy it. I really had a good time with it. Not like a top 10 horror film of the year, but it was interesting. Roe Ventures is saying the Stranger prequel, what a letdown. Yeah, major bummer there. Could have done something really special with that franchise, I think, but nah. Scanners 3, The Takeover is god awful. I think I'm going to put myself through it at some point. I think I'm going to do it here at some point in the future. I'm going to need some weird shit to talk about in November, so I might tap into that a bit. Ella is saying I love boring horror, but that's because I'm into couch. Indica couch, perhaps? If you catch my drift there. I like watching slow movies when I'm, I feel that. Slower movies work for me under a certain substance, let's just say that. Erica is saying Midsummer was awful. I was so bored. Anyone else see that? What did you think? Oh man, I really liked Midsummer, but I will say I got burnt out on it a little bit. This was like, so again, in my opinion, Erica, you might disagree, and that's all good. You know, again, we're not looking to agree with each other here. We're looking to have little debates on movies, which I love. How I took Midsummer the first time I saw it was a very easy to get into indie horror. There's a lot of people who have not really, given indie horror a chance. Like I know we've had some people in the chats who are much more like bigger on blockbusters and stuff. But I love indie horror, and I think more people deserve to give it a chance, even though it's not very popular. It's not as familiar, which it's harder to get into for that reason. But Midsummer was a movie that I was throwing at people for a while saying, this is a good one to watch if you want to get into indie horror, because I feel like it's pretty digestible. It's a little more in your face with some of its themes and some of the shit it's trying to do. It's not as cryptic as I'm trying to think of a tougher example, like Beau is Afraid from the same guy. That is a really tough movie to just throw somebody into with no prior knowledge. So Midsummer is one that I've just seen it so many times. Like I showed so many people this movie. I've just kind of got sick of it, and I haven't seen it in a couple of years. Honestly, though, recently I was thinking to myself, man, I need to give that one another watch. It's been a long time. I've probably seen it 25 times, if I'm being real. Like I've seen this movie so many goddamn times. I personally really enjoy it, but I can see why some people may not be into it. But I had a good time with it. It's fucking weird. It's fucking gross. It scared the shit out of me that first time. So I don't know. It's one that I've shown to a lot of people because I'm like, if you haven't really experienced indie horror, that might be a good place to start. That or Hereditary, I feel like are some pretty good tests, like to dip your toe in the water if you like this or not. But that's just me, of course. Soulfire is saying, have you done a video on the Belko experiment? If you have, did you end up enjoying it? I do like the Belko experiment. I don't love it, but I enjoy it for what it is. Here's the other thing with the Belko experiment. I feel like there are other movies that have done a similar premise that did it better, but I do like the Belko experiment. I think it has some really brutal and just dark moments. I love the ending. Like if there's any saving grace of this film, it is the ending of this film that lends itself to an even grander concept than you would have ever thought. And I really enjoyed that about it. I don't think it needs a sequel, which I think is a big debate with this film. It doesn't need a sequel. It's good just how it is. But I would love to talk about this one. It's one that is, I get a lot of people talking about it in the streams every now and then. Would love to do a big video on it at some point for sure. Quick heads up, for some reason Google is claiming my debit card is closed. I'm using it for my membership to your channel. If I have to cancel, it's no reflection on you. Hey dude, it's all good. Listen, I have people who cancel all the time and they'll send me stuff and be like, oh dude, I'm so sorry, like I can't afford it. And I'm like, it's fine, like don't worry about it. It's all good. I just appreciated that you even supported the page in the first place, man. And again, just coming into these streams and hanging out, like that supports the page. And I appreciate that. So even just that does it, helps the channel out a big time. I mean, if this channel can get thrown into the algorithm more, which does help by people just coming in, saying, hey, stopping by, leaving a comment, that's support, man. That helps me out. You guys are going, all the members here are going the extra mile and taking it even a step further. And I really do appreciate that. You guys are the best. But again, just hanging out with me, that's all that matters. So I just appreciate that, dude. I just appreciate you for stopping by. So that's all that matters to me. It's no hard feelings or anything like that. A Nightmare on Crystal Lake, love the name. The bedroom scene in Terrifier 2 was infamous. I would say it still is, my friend. I love it. It's very good stuff. I could watch that one 100 more times and still not get sick of it. Good stuff. Ty Lee is saying, I didn't like Caveat, but I enjoyed Oddity, and it comes out on physical media in a couple weeks. Caveat is definitely slower than Oddity. Yeah, but it's another one of those films just like Oddity where it's a slow burn to a really scary, crazy fucking ending, which I guess a generalization of both, right? That's kind of what I'm doing here, but both are very scary right in their third acts, man. They both got me for sure. Haunting You is throwing $5 out there. Dude, thank you for the support. Really appreciate that. Have you read Aaron Beauregard's books? The Stuff's Hardcore, The Slob, Wedding Day Massacre, Playground Yellow, maybe adapted them. You know, I don't actually know this author. I'm going to be completely real. I love the name, though. I'd love to read up about this, if I'm being real. Let's just look up this fella real quick. Aaron. I just watched Get Out again this weekend. God, I love that movie so much. I showed Madison it for the first time because I personally, I feel like it's a horror classic. Maybe some disagree, but I need to. Oh wow, this is a modern director, huh? Okay, or author. Interesting. I love the cover arts for some of these books. Wow, really interesting stuff. I might have to check out some of these. I love reading new horror books, by the way. Like okay, hang on, pause. He has a book that's just called The Cuck, and I needed all of you to know that. That is so funny. Damn, this guy is like nonstop with the writing though. This is awesome. It's got a lot of books published in just the last couple, like last 5 years or so. That's crazy. I will definitely have to read some of his stuff. I'm just reading like what some of these are about. I'm very interested in what all this is about. It looks very like Meat Canyon-esque from a lot of the covers, but as they say, don't judge a book by its cover. Interesting stuff. I'll have to dive into this, man. I love reading. I just haven't had a whole lot of time to do it lately. Believe it or not, you have no time when you when you run a YouTube channel. But between that and some side jobs I've been doing, your boy's been busy. But when I get to some time to sit down, there's some Stephen King books I want to read, some newer stuff of his that I haven't gotten around to. He has a new short stories collection that I'm like dying to sink my teeth into. I really want to get through that one as well. Honestly, I might add some of these to the list as well because this sounds really interesting. Ooh, okay. The Slob, Son of the Slob. A lot of crazy stuff on here. Haunting You, I'm adding these to the list of must-reads sometime in the future. Thank you for the $5, my friend. Really do appreciate that. ECVR is asking an interesting question. Do I see a Terrifier spinoff happening? If so, who will it be about? That, genuinely a great question because I think that although Art the Clown is the main attraction for Terrifier, there's a lot of other things happening in the Terrifier universe, especially with this new film. We know that there's other evil entities like the little pale girl and whatever the fuck that demon is in part 3. So I think it could lend itself to a spinoff depending on how much we like some of these other side characters. Personally, I love the little pale girl. I think that Vicky is another great character too. So I don't know. Maybe we could do more with that. Maybe we could do a movie even that takes place in between Terrifiers 2 and 3 that focuses on Vicky killing people. Why not? I mean, what if she's a big standout from Terrifier 3? We don't know this yet. A lot of us here have not seen the film yet. Maybe she's really cool. Maybe she ends up being a crazy big player. We could see her and some of the other side characters in Terrifier 3 and 2 maybe get their own little side quest movie. I'd be into that if they wanted to make something like that. Why not? Servants of Shredder, I love the name. What's up, dog? Saying I cannot wait for Terrifiers 3 and 4. Me too, my friend. I think so. Your profile picture like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle characters, like drawings of them? Is that what those are, or am I crazy? Maybe I'm crazy. Like, what are like the Shredder guys from like the other movies, right? Is that what that is? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm just crazy. I just love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, man. One of my favorites from a kid. What are the opinions of Terrifier 3 until now of people that watched it? Oh, very positive. Oh, no, like, and I'm not just saying that because, like, I'm really excited for it. No, the early reviews are very positive. It currently has a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes from critics. So no, there's a lot of positivity centered around this film right now. The one criticism, I have seen a few, like, still positive reviews that are more like mixed, you know? Some people still say it's way too long still. They don't like the length of it. But again, you know, I kind of like how long it is. And I think a lot of you do too. Not everybody. I'm not speaking for everybody here, but I personally like the length of these movies. It makes a lot of the kills more drawn out and ridiculous, which is kind of what I'm looking for. And without that, I think it would just kind of be a normal slasher. Terrifier has its own flavor for that reason, which I would hope they don't lose personally. It's a personality trait of Terrifier that I think they have to keep consistent at this point to keep it to keep it fun, you know, to keep it what it is, I guess is my point. But no, yeah, very positive reviews so far. Haunting You is saying Playground is Saw, but with kids. Dear God, I have to read this guy. This is crazy. I'm not even seeing Playground. Yeah, again, I have to say, Haunting You's suggestion here from this Aaron Beauregard guy, I would highly recommend just looking up some of these novels because it looks very much so like adult Goosebumps, like if Goosebumps covers were more targeted towards adults, because it's very brutal. Like some of these are like bloody and people getting their faces sawn off and shit. I highly recommend looking up just the covers of these books and tell me you don't want to read those. Oh my God. Good stuff in there. Oakley is saying, what if Jonathan dies and his spirit comes back to help Sienna in part 4, like the little pale girl? Ooh, that could be messed up. It's almost like a good entity, you know, like have like a bad one and a good one. That could be really interesting. I would be very, very down to see something like that, Oakley. What an interesting character arc for Jonathan too. Maybe he could actually help take down Art the Clown at some point too, via, you know, from like the other side or something like that. I really like that. Damn, I might do a theory on that, Oakley. Might have to give you some credit there, because that's a good one. Jason Carpenter, what's up, dog? How's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. Appreciate you for stopping by, and thank you for being a member, dog. Noel is with us tonight as well. What's up, Noel? Saying I'm back to watch Erica tell people to respect others and watch Jake talk his ass off for 1 hour. That's what a lot of these streams end up being, Noel. So you're not wrong. You're not wrong. My voice always sounds like this when I'm done. Oh my God. But it's worth it every single time. It's so much fun. That reminds me of one movie. I forgot what it's called, but it has Logan Paul and the girl that plays Emma Ross. It's got Logan Paul in it. I don't know if I'm interested. I'm going to be real. Also, Ohioans are not very proud of the Paul brothers. JPR is saying, do you see the supposed new Chucky being a success after what we've seen with the Chucky TV series? You know, JPR, you got to remember with a movie, it's going to come from Don Mancini. It's going to be a little more focused. The show had multiple writers and a lot of, you know, twisting and turning of where they wanted to take the story and such. I think that a movie will be better than the TV series. Personally, you know, I just wasn't that crazy about it. I did like some things about it. It wasn't all awful. I really liked how they expanded some of the backstory of Charles Lee Ray. Really well done. Really good. Like anytime they did that and they focused on the legacy characters, I was so into it. Chucky, that was the best parts of Chucky, especially in season 1. I really liked that. But as they started to focus a little more on the just like pure ridiculousness of it, it just really lost me. I think what's nice about the movies is that, yes, it does get off the rails at times, but it's grounded enough to where I can still have fun with it, you know? I feel like the Chucky TV series, there are times with it where only Don Mancini can really enjoy what's going on screen because it's just so him without any edits. And I don't know, it didn't work for me at times, especially in those later seasons. But I think a Chucky movie will ultimately be better in every regard, especially story-wise. You're still going to have that fun and silliness. You know, I'm not saying remove that. That's a part of the DNA of Chucky, right? But when that's all you have to offer, like the Chucky TV series in seasons 2 and 3, it just loses me. Like, I love campy, fun, ridiculous, but anyone can do campy, fun, and ridiculous. Anyone on planet Earth. No offense, but anyone can do that, dog. Come on. You give me a little bit of sophistication with your story, with a character, with something. I don't know. It just never took itself seriously enough past season 1 for me to really care. So I hope that we can find that in a new movie while still having a lot of fun and a lot of like just over the top ridiculousness too. Because you can't lose the camp entirely. You just got to find that balance between camp and a grounded story. So as long as you can find that, I'm here for it, man. Hot take, your monster looks terrible. It looks like a horror comedy. You know what I mean? It looks like it's going to be a silly horror comedy, and that's really all I'm expecting from it. I'm not expecting like Abigail, where, you know, that one had a pretty decent writer behind it, which I know the Scream fans are going to disagree with me on, but I don't care. Guy Busick's a good writer, man. They wouldn't keep hiring him if he didn't know what he was doing. But I liked Abigail because it had a little bit of sophistication in its writing. You know, it still had some good stuff there. It was very silly and very, very goofy, but there was some nice stuff. There's some impressive work with a lot of the dialogue and character beats and stuff, which shows sophistication. That's nice. Your monster looks like it's going to be your typical run-of-the-mill horror comedy, which might not be my bag, but some people might be a little more interested in it. Personally, I'm rooting for it. I really hope it is good, and it's something that a lot of people end up enjoying. But it does look very silly, and it might be too silly for me to really get into. FNAF God is saying, whenever Markiplier's movie comes out, will you watch? I absolutely will. It's a movie adaptation of the video game Iron Lung. So I'm excited to see what that's all about. I also hope that Mark gets to be in the next Five Nights at Freddy's movie. It's kind of crazy that he was absent from the first one, if I'm being real. He's like, him and, you know, MatPat, of course, are the Five Nights at Freddy's guys. So I'm shocked that Markiplier couldn't be in that one because of this film that you're talking about, scheduling conflicts. But I'm sure he'll have a little cameo. I'm sure they've already reached out to him about Five Nights at Freddy's too. Sure, pretty sure he'll be in that for sure. Me, after seeing Chucky season 4 got canceled, in the back of my mind, you died, I killed you, and I didn't even cry. Damn. I know a lot, like, you know, and the other thing is I can shit on Chucky all day, but it has its very passionate fans. Some people like are over the moon about that show and really bummed out that I got canceled. But I don't know. Me personally, I'm looking out for a new movie. I really hope that they're able to do the next Chucky movie at some point here soon, and maybe even you get to see some of the characters from the show get to tag along. That would be fun. Squid Game season 2 arrives December 26th. I'm gonna check it out for sure. You know, again, I don't know how hot I am on Squid Game, but I definitely will check it out. It's not bad. You know, it's not a bad show or anything. It's just kind of feels like I've seen it before. You know, that's my only thing about it. Had some good twists and turns though. Some nice writing in there for sure. Some good stuff. What are the top 5 horror movies you would survive and you would die in? 5 for each. Dear God, you're asking a lot here. 5 movies I would survive. I feel like I could survive It Follows. I feel like I could do that. Personally, I have some faith in myself that I could get through that one. I would not survive a Saw Trap. I would just die. Sorry, like no way. Trying to think, what's an easier one? What's an easier one I could throw myself into? I feel like most slashers I could outsmart the guy. Most of them, not all of them, but so a lot of slashers I could throw in the survival ones. And 5 I wouldn't. Yeah, Saw, fuck that, no way. Saw, I'm a goner. Hostel, I'm a goner. Evil Dead, I'd probably be a goner. I don't think I could chop up my friends and or family. I couldn't do that. I would just let them kill me. Probably. No way could I get through that. I'm not going to go through 5. That's a lot, Easty. You're asking a lot from old Jake. JPR, to be honest, Jake, what movie do you think the creator of Evil Dead and the most recent Alien film should be working on next? I would love to see Fede do an original. I actually just, in the video I recorded today, my VHS Beyond review that comes out tomorrow, I talked a little bit about how I would love to see Fede Alvarez do a segment for a VHS franchise installment, like at some point. Maybe the 8th one that hopefully comes out next year. That's not announced yet, but Beyond is going to break some records. Let's just say that. I would definitely love to see him tackle a VHS segment. That would be a lot of fun. But I'd also love to see him do another original movie. I really like Don't Breathe. I would even go so far as to say I'm a defender of the sequel that I feel like most people have misinterpreted, which I get it. I get why people don't like that one. But I feel like the film isn't trying to say what a lot of people think it's trying to say. I really don't. Based on some of the things I've heard the directors and the writers say, I don't think that's the goal was to turn the blind man into a good guy. But anyways, we're we're definitely going on some tangents here. Point being, Fede can do pretty much, he can't do anything wrong. So whatever he ends up doing next, it's going to be good. I know a lot of people are, because of Alien Romulus, they want to see him tackle more franchise continuations, which I totally get. But honestly, I feel like, sometimes you gotta branch out. I want to see more originals from him. We've really only seen him direct like one original, which is Don't Breathe. And I would like to see him direct another original at some point soon. Because clearly he can, he's clearly a fan of all these franchises, and he can make something special in Evil Dead and Alien, two very, very different franchises that he's done some great work in. So I'd love to see him tackle something original again, so a fresh idea from him. That's a big thing I want to see from him. I'm at the point where I would call Fede a master of horror, but what would really solidify that, what would give me full confidence in saying that at any given time or place, is if he made another original that was fucking solid like Don't Breathe. That I would have no doubt in my mind that he was a master of horror at that point. Mike Flanagan, for instance, he's done some great covers, right? Some great remakes of shit, great adaptions of Stephen King's work, for instance. But he's also done some excellent originals that prove that he's a master of his craft. I mean, he made a sequel to like a kind of a shitty PG-13 horror movie that is better than the original in every regard. Ouija 2 is so worth your time, unlike the original, which is crazy to say. That is a franchise that needs to be studied, and it's all because of Mike Flanagan, dude. So I would love to see, I'm so sorry. You are a mentally challenged piece of garbage, Jake. That's the funniest comment I've gotten all day. Thanks for that. Get banned, idiot. Anyways, no, I would love to see Fede do another original though. That would solidify him in my opinion. Phoenix 2520 is saying, just so you know, it's me, your friendly neighborhood snowman. Had to change the name. Long story. Saw a video of the guy who called himself the snowman and just nope. Oh no, that's not good. Anyways, how you doing, buddy? I'm fantastic, man. We're streaming. We're having a good time. It's a good Monday, which is great to see, man. So thank you for being here, formerly Olaf the Snowman, now Phoenix 2520. Welcome in, dog. Welcome back, I should say. Graveyard Key is saying thoughts on Lee Winnell's Wolfman and the look they showed at Horror Nights. This is a really funny comment. So for those who don't know what Graveyard Key is talking about here, there was a new image of of this guy dressed up as apparently what the Wolfman looks like in Lee Winnell's Wolfman movie, and it looks bad. It's like a Spirit Halloween costume. But there's no way, dude. There is absolutely no way that could be what the Wolfman design looks like in his new movie. I think that's just some guy in some Spirit Halloween costume trying to promote the movie. And for whatever reason, they thought that was a good idea at Universal Studios. I couldn't tell you why or what the fuck was up with that. Bad ideas all around from Universal. So what I'm really hoping is that obviously it looks better than that, and it will, because dude, it's Lee Winnell. You want to talk about masters of horror. This is a guy who has already solidified himself in that place. Not only has the guy written some horror classics like Insidious and Saw, but he's also directed some killer, somewhat underrated horror films. Like, nobody knows about Upgrade from 2018. That is such an underground movie for no fucking reason. It's so good. I think it has one of the best twist endings of the 2010s. Like, not even in horror, just in general. A great ending, a great film, excellent action horror. Done so well. Dystopian action horror at that. It's a great commentary. It might be his best film. But also The Invisible Man from 2020 was so good. He's already proven that he can make a great kind of a reboot or reimagining, I should say, of old school Universal classic horror. So I really think that Wolfman is going to be, it's in good hands, dude. It's all state. Are you in good hands? Yes, that is the answer to the question. So 100%, I'm very excited for Wolfman. It's going to be good. I have faith. Don't let the Horror Nights thing fool you. That's what I'll say. Does a PG-13 horror movie have the same chances as an R-rated horror movie to be good? Yeah. No, it does. I think PG-13 horror has a stigma about it. A lot of people hear PG-13 horror and they're like, oh, that's going to suck. But horror doesn't have to be scary to be good. There's a lot of PG-13 horror out there, like Megan, for instance, that I love because it's so silly. Like Megan is fucking hilarious to me. That's why I like it. Do I find it scary? Absolutely not. But it's hilarious, and that's why I want more Megan sequels, because I had a really good time with it. They had a very fun and just obscure formula about it that I was not expecting. And, with Megan, for example, I went into that one expecting a movie that, teenagers would go and take their dates to and probably look at TikTok the whole fucking time. But it ended up being like an Adult Swim infomercial style humor movie that I was not expecting. And it kind of caught me off guard. I think that's why I liked it so much. But it's a very funny movie. I had a good time with it. I don't know. So Megan, solid flick all around. Very good stuff there. And PG-13 horror, it can be good for different reasons than R. I mean, if you're looking for a scary horror flick, you are going to have better chances with an R-rated flick, of course. But PG-13 horror, man, a lot of it is good. You just got to dig. You got to dig. You're not always going to come across your, like an Insidious, a Megan. I think Ouija is PG-13, but now I'm starting to doubt myself that it's R-rated. I don't know, but it feels like a PG-13 horror movie. Point being, there are a lot of good ones. You just got to dig. Your profile picture is Tiger Claw, Razor, and Fish Face if you've never seen the 2012 series. I actually have never seen the 2012 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I've really only seen some of the movies. I've seen the most recent movie, like Mutant Mayhem, and like the original, like the old school ones, the 90s movies. I love those. Those are so good. I grew up with the 90s movies. I don't care how ridiculous the suits look. They're great. What are you talking about? Dean, good on you, dog. You got the 4K of upgrade. Nice. Fantastic movie. So good. Not enough people talk about it. It's one of the best Blumhouse movies, I think. And some people just don't talk about it. It's crazy. Chucky season 1, 10 out of 10. Perfect season. 2, one big pile of shit, 4 out of 10. Season 3, 6 out of 10. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. And you still want a season 4. I respect it, Noel. I respect it. There's always hope for shows like that. Chucky season 1 is definitely the best. It's got a lot of good. It's got a lot of good in it. I'm not crazy about some of the stuff going on with the main characters, but man, I do really like some of that backstory stuff that they're able to implement into that. Really good, really well done stuff there for sure. JPR is saying, regarding the Wolfman, what movie do you think, considering how Invisible Man, that one, Dracula's Daughter's film, and now Wolfman, what's next? Creature from the Black Lagoon, baby. We already know James Wan is doing it, dude. I will say though, a little while ago, couple of years ago, there was word that James Wan was interested in remaking Frankenstein, doing some kind of new like modern take on that. I don't know if that's still in the works or not. It sounds like it's not though. And if I'm being real, if there's any Universal classic horror movie that does not need a revamp, it's Frankenstein. Hot take. The original and Bride, man, you're not going to do better than that. Sorry. Those are some of the best old horror movies like ever. I love them to death. Like, they're so good exactly how they are. I don't think we need updated versions. The Wolfman and the Invisible Man and Creature from the Black Lagoon, I think all need updated versions. And I like the originals. I think they're cool how they are, but we can do them better. I really do believe in my horror loving heart we can do these movies better in the modern day. But some movies, like I think the original Dracula is great. It's really cool how it is. There are some things you can improve, admittedly, but that original Frankenstein, it's perfect. Oh my God, it's so good. It's great how it is. Same with Bride. I think Bride of Frankenstein's awesome. Son is fine. Son is definitely the weakest, Son of Frankenstein, but it's not terrible. It's got its moments. But yeah, no, for real though, Frankenstein does not need a reboot. I'm so down for Creature. Creature is one that I've been talking about for years. Needs a remake, and I'm so glad that James Wan is doing it. Makes me so excited. Robbie Michaels is saying, I don't know why Courtney Cox is trying so hard to have Dewey come back. Dewey was literally the dumbest character in the franchise. He almost got Sidney and Gale killed many times with his stupidity. Yeah, but we loved him for his stupidity. I still love him for his stupidity. What a silly guy. He had a big heart, though. That's the most important thing about Dewey, I think. Yes, he was a little dumb and bumbling, but he had a big heart, and he was a goofy guy who, it was so sad when we lost him. Broke my heart a little bit. Crazy stuff. I hope he doesn't come back, though, because, I love the character, but just like Stu, who I love so much, if he came back, it would completely kind of ruin the previous films and just be like, why the fuck would that even happen, man? That's nuts. Oh, yeah, you're right. Frankenstein is getting a remake. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, wait, yeah. Mia Goth and Del Toro's directing it, right? Okay, well, listen, if anyone should do a Frankenstein remake, though, it's Del Toro. He fucking loves that movie. He's going to do it justice. But I'm still I'm gonna die on that hill. You're never going to remake Frankenstein and do it better. Never. It's perfect. The original movie is perfect how it is. Mia Goth, I'm sure, is going to kill it in that role, though. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. But just like the Suspiria remake, I love that remake. It's awesome. It's really good. But you're not going to do better than Dario Argento doing, more of a giallo take on things. Come on now. He's the king of that. Okay, a few more comments, and old Jake, I think, is going to sign off for the night, but it's been a blast talking with y'all. Creature from the Black Lagoon is one of my all-time favorites because my dad showed it to me, and all the old Universal monsters. Same here. Showed me Creature, I want to say he showed me like Creature, Frankenstein, what else? I think Dracula, like a lot of old school Universal monster movies when I was younger, and I really enjoyed them. I'm like, these are so cool. Oh my God, this is so, like, I love monsters and shit. So it was a lot of fun watching those back in the day. And Creature was always my favorite. I don't know why. I just love that one. A lot of good stuff there. So I'm very excited to see what else they're able to do with these franchises, with these reimaginings, especially because Creature really hasn't gotten an update since like for a very long time. Technically, Shape of Water, is kind of a reboot, I guess, but it's not really the same thing. I want a movie where the creature is running amok through, the rainforest and shit, fucking up people on a boat. That's what I want, but in the modern day. Give me a 2020s version of that. That's what I'm looking for. The love story thing was cool, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, Shape of Water is not bad. It's just not exactly what I'm looking for from a Creature from the Black Lagoon remake, so no shade there. Hot take, what kind of horror movie do you want to see be produced and released that you haven't seen in a very long time? Man, that's a good question. I want to see a good new zombie movie. I feel like the last, great zombie movie was Train to Busan, which was excellent, really good. And I really enjoyed the sequel. I wouldn't call it great. I was very hot on it when I first saw it, but the more I watch it, I'm just kind of like, it's Escape from New York with zombies. And that's cool. It's a really good movie. But the last, great blow-your-mind zombie movie, I think, was Train to Busan. And that was almost 10 years ago. Almost. They're doing a remake of it. I don't have a lot of faith in it, but I will say Timo Tjahjanto did direct it. So he's a great director, great up-and-comer, man. Did some great VHS segments and is probably going to kill it with that movie, too. I don't see it being like a respected classic, though, if I'm being real. But I want something else. I want another zombie movie that's like, holy shit, that's awesome. And we do have 28 years later, right? 28 years later on the horizon, so maybe that's good. That could be good. And people are crazy, man. People are going to say that's not a zombie movie, and I respect it. But it's basically a zombie movie. It's like, well, they're not zombies, they're infected. There's still people in there. And I'm like, yeah, well, that's still kind of zombies. You just kind of twisted it one way or the other, right? Hill I'm going to die on as well. But love those. I love the first two. I'm very excited to see what they end up doing with this new trilogy, man. Coming out next, first one comes out next year. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very tired, but we're probably going to sign off for the night. Again, we're going live tomorrow at 7 o'clock with Hayden, so make sure to join up over there. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk more horror with the guests tomorrow. It's going to be a very good time. And then on Friday, we're going live early at 4 o'clock Eastern. Don't forget, we're going to live 4 o'clock for another Terrifier 3 countdown video, Terrifier focused stream. So if you're watching this stream and you're just like, Jesus Christ, Jake, you have ADHD. Lord, focus on one topic for more than 2 seconds. Well, guess what? On Friday, we're talking all Terrifier 3. So it's going to be nothing but Terrifier talk, probably for 2 fucking hours. So come on by on Friday and Tuesday night. It's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you all for hanging out tonight. Really do appreciate you guys supporting the page as well. And as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all. Peace out.